I was literally in a job that I wanted, and yet wasn't it for me.
Fuel you. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
There is an out, but in that moment, you're like, I need to quit and just go fucking move away and just do something else.
Yeah.
What does the rat race mean to you? How are you guys embodying that?
You kind of got to be crazy to go after something.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the pod. Today we have a guest on. We're so excited to have you here. We have Jess on the podcast, aka Mad Batter. We've had Jess on one time before, way back when, but
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but we're excited to jump into a whole bunch of things today. So we'll get right to it. Want to start with weekly updates?
Well, let's introduce her first in case no one knows they didn't watch 2 years ago.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
Jess, if you want to go for it.
Sure. Thanks for having me back. So I'm Jess, the owner of Mad Batter. I've had the company for almost 4 years now, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
I know. Every year I have a birthday for it. It's like it's my birthday. I have a whole thing. We specialize in cupcakes, cookie sandwiches, and custom cakes. We're located in Richmond Hill. We have delivery. We're working on shipping.
I saw delivery now.
Yeah. And I had
That's
delivery
so
before, but
convenient.
now they
yeah.
went MIA and now I have a new delivery.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had Jess on 2 years ago where we were at our old studio, and it's so weird because I remember you were doing this, but it was your side hustle,
Yeah.
you were just starting it. I was not even done my post grad yet. I was didn't know what I was doing. I don't know what you were doing 2 years ago. What were you doing?
I was in a job that I literally fucking hated my life.
Yeah, so it's crazy to see everything come full circle.
Yeah.
It's actually wild.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into a lot of the aspects that went into you kind of taking your business full time and all of that stuff, where we were back then, where we are now. But first, now let's actually circle back into weekly updates really quick. You can start.
Okay, weekly updates. Sam and I went on a 7 a.m. jog this morning, which...
Outside?
Yes.
Yeah, so
my
Wednesdays and Fridays, we want to start 7 a.m. jogs. And I woke up this morning, I was it was 6, and I'm like, okay, 15 more minutes. It was 6:15. I was like, should I just fucking cancel right now?
I would have been so cheap.
I'm like, it's Sam.
cancel.
Really, who cares if I cancel? It's not like it's like. Oh, and then I was thinking I don't want to waste her time. My New Year's resolution was I'm going to be on time to things and try to be more respectful of people's time, even if it's just her. So we went on a jog. It was actually really good. I felt really good in the morning. When I came back, rejuvenated, but I'm out of shape when it comes to running.
Yeah, I realized I was wow. It's my legs can physically do it. My body can physically do it, but my lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
just
and mentally, you have to just keep on going.
Yeah.
It's not just a workout. You're I'm done. The pump
Exactly.
is it's different.
Yeah.
And I feel because I work out at the gym, going uphill, my legs were physically okay. Yeah. But it was just weird because I was breathing like I smoke and I don't. And I was
Yeah.
by the time we were back at the house, we were both
and it was only 15 minutes because we're trying to
there was
increase.
a lot of uphill. Let's give ourselves some credit.
I don't know. I used to do cross country and stuff. I don't know how the F I used to
But we'll get better.
Anyways, that was mine. I also went for kind of random, but Sam made fun of me in the car. I went for
make fun of you.
breakfast alone today at Stacked Pancake House.
Yeah. What'd you get?
I got the Jumbo Express. It was so
Jumbo
hungry.
Express. I get the
After the jog? That's smart.
No. I went to work and then I had a presentation. Then we went back to work from home and I was might as well work from Stacked Pancake House. So I worked there and I got
nice.
a huge breakfast. But it was nice dining alone. I don't know, it was relaxing.
Yeah.
You know?
I've done movies alone.
I haven't done movie alone, but
Oh, you have?
Yeah. I've done dinner alone, but it was I was at something and I was I'll just get a bite. But it's so it's nice. It's liberating. It's very you're out, but you're not. You don't have to talk.
yeah, it's you're
That's
with yourself.
true.
I always
It's
just be
nice.
embarrassed. To
I
go.
know. It's a whole
I'm
thing.
I don't want
know.
people to see me alone, but I'm who gives a fuck?
I know.
Actually.
Yeah, and it's stacked too. It's not it's...
I know, but I would go to a movie alone or a dinner.
Okay, would you go to a steakhouse alone, just sit there eating your steak? You were also working, so it's a bit different. You had your laptop, it's different.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
that
I'd
is
go
different.
to.
It's different. You didn't
You
sit
were
there eating your
working.
breakfast like this. You were
I was working. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, that was another thing. And then finally, my new obsession recently. Have you guys heard of $1 Million Matchmaker or The Millionaire Matchmaker?
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh my God. It's the best reality TV show. They stopped after season 7 in 2012 or 13 because it's actually offensive. The joke she makes then would not
what?
fly now. Just rude comments and stuff to people's body and weight and stuff. But try it out. If you like reality TV, you'll like that. It's a really good show.
Interesting.
So that's my
I'm currently watching Love Island All Stars. Do you watch Love
Oh
Island?
yeah, I'm watching
No.
Oh my God, you need
No.
to. You need to start watching it.
I watched the Kardashians. That was my reality dose, but I don't really watch reality.
it too. Oh yeah?
Really?
What do you
Yeah.
watch when you...
Whatever Netflix posts, I just hop on that, and then once it's done, I'm like, I don't know what to watch anymore.
So what do you do with, like, when you're just like, when you have like a few minutes and you're like, hey, I want to like wind down, what do you do?
Usually it's TV, but if I don't have a show going, I don't even know. I'm just kind of like idle. I'm trying to find a new show.
Like, what's your show right now?
I watched Fool Me Once, and I finished it. Took me a while to finish it. Yeah, I try not to get into a show because I literally get addicted. Like, I can't stop, and I can't think about other things. Like, I get so involved in the show that I have to just finish the show.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
I've heard that though on Netflix.
It's good. It's a good show.
My only weekly update is just something that happened to me at yoga. Okay. Do you guys do yoga? You don't really do
often.
yoga. Do you do? Okay. So it's just like, the thing with yoga is like when you're on your mat, that's like your space. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm in this hot yoga class, and I'm saying hot yoga because everyone's sweaty, your feet are sweaty, your hands are sweaty. And some girl left her bag like behind my mat, kind of. Doesn't this lady get up as I'm on my mat and step on my mat?
Okay, that's a little bit like relaxed to you.
Fran, her sweaty feet made an imprint on my mat.
Maybe she like didn't mean to do
Okay,
that.
I thought you would have a way different reaction because the girl beside me looked at me and she was like, because it's like a sacred.
Because I feel like I'd be the person to step on someone's mat.
That is so rude.
No, but like I would just
God, that is so rude.
By accident though.
No, it wasn't by accident. She went like and picked up her purse. I was like,
it's different if she's actually like purposely doing it.
Did she not want to like touch her feet on the floor?
Everyone, like you just do because it's like yoga.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's so weird.
I feel like this was underwhelming.
I would have said sorry. I would be like, sorry. Like, I didn't mean
no,
to, like...
she didn't give a shit. She was like, let me step in your mat. Anyways, I thought you would have a different reaction.
We tried Pilates too this week, which was nice.
I've done it.
I haven't. But...
Have you tried Reformer?
No. I want to.
It's so good.
Extra. I don't want to pay extra.
Oh, it is, yeah. But try and like finesse them your first class free.
It's a good idea.
Or like for cheaper.
No, they won't budge.
Yeah, they will.
They didn't budge with me.
You didn't try hard enough.
Well, do you have any weekly updates, Jess?
Yes, it was an
mainly my website launched. I know it's business related, but I don't really have though. Like, I finished Fool Me Once, I finished the series, so that's good. And then my website launched, which is great because I was working on that for like a couple of weeks and I was trying to get it out fast and like finally launched, so that was good. And
did you make it yourself? Like you worked on it yourself?
Yes and no. So like there's like a free government program basically called what's it called? Shop Here. Where they help small businesses.
Oh, nice.
So, like, they pair you with someone, and they basically talk through what you need, and, like, they build your website for you. Like, she built what it looks like, and I had to, like, upload all of the pictures and whatever.
So you can go in there and, like, fix it.
The whole back end, I have to, like, learn it, basically.
Oh, that's good, though, because you have a starting point. It's not, like, a blank space, and you're like, and it's, like, go.
Yeah,
right?
I'd be like, oh, my God. Even, like, the easy part was also hard. But, like... Whatever,
when you don't come from that space, it's hard it's like a new skill. It's a skill. Like designing a website's a skill in itself.
It's a lot. There's just a lot of intricacies and stuff that you don't realize in the back end. But so that was finally that launched, and it's so pretty.
I looked at it today. Really nice. It is really
so
nice.
pretty.
Yeah,
I love
nice.
The yellow. I know. I'm obsessed with the yellow of the brand.
Yeah, it's probably so much easier for you too.
Yeah, because I had so much time DMs and stuff, and I was like e-transfers.
The forms too. It all goes to your email, right? Yeah, that's like
now
so
you can just send people the website and be like, here.
Yeah. It does suck because like I have to pay a large fee to just have the website, and then I have to pay. They take a percentage per transaction, but like honestly, I can't just do DMs and like forms forever.
Yeah.
So it's just like growing pains and growing costs, which is fine. Like we're growing, but like it's a bit annoying, but it's so professional and like easier for sure.
In the long term, like it's gonna make you more sustainable, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so speaking of, let's just like get into it. Do you want to start with your rat race?
Yeah. So I hate that word. It's just
Same,
like
it's
makes
kind of
make me icky. But we're like you're our guest today, and like I feel like you're so inspirational because like again 2 years ago, like you were kind of just like, yeah, this is my side hustle and I'm working in marketing, whatever.
Yeah.
And like now you've quit your full-time job, your 9 to 5 to just pursue this, your passion, like full force.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot about like the rat race, which is like, to me, I don't know, it could mean different things to different people. Like when I think of rat race, I just think of like people competing for more money, like more power, more status. Yeah. And to me, in a corporate setting, like in a 9 to 5 setting, like the typical, working environment. Yeah. And I kind of just wanted to start the conversation, like pick your guys' brains a bit to see like what you feel like the rat race means to you. So to me, it's competing for more money, more status, more whatever worth, like in a huge organization, but you're kind of just like another rat, like in the race, like getting the cheese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're not really living freely or doing what you want to do because you're so focused on what you think is right. Now, that's not to say some people love 9 to 5 and some people want to climb that corporate ladder. That was me, like, literally like a year and a half ago. I was like, I just want to be like,
it's everyone until they do it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh.
Until you're in the job. I mean, like, like I was just like, you know, it's for me. And there's things I love about it. Things I'm like, you know what I mean? But to me, that's what like the rat race means. So to start off the conversation, what, like, to you guys, what does the rat race mean to you? And how are you guys embodying that?
Well, okay, I guess I can start. I feel like for me, and you're probably similar, like, I don't want to speak for you, but like growing up, I feel like we all went to university. And like, for me, it was always like, you need to break the glass ceiling. Like, as a woman, like, you want to break that glass ceiling and like make it there and like show everyone what you can do in that sense, like in your career, right? But kind of like you said, once you actually start doing it and you're like racing literally your way to the top, personally, I felt like as a woman, it takes 10 times longer to get there and you have to work 10 times harder. And then once I started kind of doing that and I was getting the positions with like more money and more status, I was getting like more and more, I don't want to say miserable, but like empty. Like I felt, I was like, why am I even doing this? Do I even like what I'm doing?
Yeah.
So to me, that's what a rat race is. And a lot of us get caught up in it. Some people like it, but then there's
they thrive
people
on it.
Exactly. They thrive on it. It's like a power trip to them. And then some people don't. So like I personally had an experience where I quit a job because I wanted more money pretty much. And so I got a way higher paying job. And it turned out like the actual, like what I was doing in that job, I didn't like. You know the story because I told you.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And I ended up quitting that really high paying job because I had to come to terms with the fact like I want to do other things outside of work. I don't want to dedicate my whole life to commuting and going to work just because it's like way more money. You know what I mean? And I quit without a backup plan and I didn't have work, quote unquote, like 9 to 5 work for like 2 months. And that's like not usually like me, but I was like, I don't want to be in this rat race anymore. And then long story short, I was able to like find a job, like a 9 to 5 job that I actually really like now. And I feel like advice to like other people is that you'll find that. Just stop putting pressure on it and eventually the money will come because that's kind of what happened when I let go of like trying to chase like status. So that's my experience with it.
Yeah, like I think I agree with what you were saying, Fran. Like I think the rat race for sure is like money and power. Yeah. And with corporate, it's just like, climbing a ladder, trying to, a lot of it's like comparison too. Like you just want to like beat out everyone else.
Yeah.
And it is like you want to get the highest paid position as fast as you can and have that ego because you got there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think it's great if like you do enjoy it, but like you do see like I've seen like people that are like SVPs from when I was working in a CPG company. Like they thrive on it. Like they love having that power, but like you then sacrifice time.
Yeah.
Like the time, it's not just a 9 to 5. It's like a 6 a.m. to 7 p.m., which is your whole day.
Because when you're done physically working, you're thinking about it and it's like
you're driving home, your commute.
Yeah.
It's not like it takes up your whole life. And the rat race is really, I think, is just about like, like I think I agree with you guys are saying, like getting to that final point, just to say what though? That you got there. Like I think versus like being an entrepreneur and having like a grind, but it's a whole journey. Like it's a journey. You're trying different things. You're like experimenting. Like there's growth, there's failures. Like it's literally like a journey. And to me, a journey is like ups and downs and it's interesting. But a job is just like, even once I quit, I was like, a job is like, there's just not a lot of growth happening. And like for me personally, I was like, there's no changes. Like I'm not seeing the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything happen. And you can like strive for promotions and stuff, but like it takes a while. And then you get a promotion, it's like, okay, but like is the money making me happy? Like I didn't care about the money at that point. I'm like, it doesn't matter to me what they were paying me. I would have probably still quit.
Yeah, and the thing is you can also have both if you find the right job.
Yeah, if you really love it,
And like this isn't to say that like there aren't people out there who like do both because we kind of are doing both, but like you just have to like establish what you really want. I think that that's what you did in the end. So I kind of want to like talk about how you got to that decision, if that's okay.
Can I interject for a second? So we went to obviously high school together. Remember we did like that milkshake project?
Yeah, it was entrepreneurship or marketing.
Which was literally marketing entrepreneurship, and it was about milkshakes, which is weird because like you work and now like dessert industry.
Yeah, that's
but
funny.
when you were, let's just say, go back to like that moment in high school, or like go back to like younger you, did you know that you wanted to be an entrepreneur? Or were you like, I'm going to go like, well, you went to university for marketing, but I guess my question is, how did your mindset from then to now like shift when it comes to like a job, when it comes to like success or what it looks like to you?
It's funny because I think that it's almost like I wasn't like allowed to do this back then. Like that wasn't a thing. It was like, you're going to get a job. Like it was never a question of like doing something like this and having a company and like baking.
Yeah.
And it's still, I think, like some people diminish what it is.
Yeah.
Which is not fair. Like a company's a company. I don't care what you're doing. Like it's a
Yeah.
lot of work. And it's also a lot of work because it's like labor. It's not like it's like
Yeah.
online stuff's even easier because it's online. Like
Yeah.
it's like, but people are going to say whatever they want to say. But I never would have thought, like, it's always like, you're going to get a job, you're going to go to school. And I was like, yeah. And I liked marketing. Like, I actually really loved marketing in school. Like, I had a good time. Like, I thought the projects were really fun and interesting. Like, they were so creative.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm happy to go into marketing. And then even in uni, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to thrive in this job. And like, I was literally in a job that I wanted. Like, that was what I wanted. And yet, wasn't it for me.
Fuel you.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's pretty surprising when like you get to where you want to be and you're like, oh, like this is not, I'm not
That happens
happy.
to a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you get that job, or not, maybe not the exact job, but the industry that you think you want to be in, and you're like, is this it? Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing else. And it's almost like a tough pill to swallow at first, because like you learn so much up until that point, like this is what you need to do, and now it's just like this shift in like, what the fuck am I going to do now with my life? Which kind of circles me back to that original question, is how did you kind of get here?
Yeah.
Because like it seems like you were very much like training yourself, or had been trained to be in like a high marketing position one day in one of these CPG companies, and to shift from that to quitting and taking, it's like, I know it takes like a lot of fucking balls to quit. Like it's scary.
Yeah.
And now you are pursuing your business full time.
Yeah. I love this story. And I have like the after story too, which I call like this series of fortunate events. So like a lot of luck came into play with it. But with quitting, so basically I was working at a CPG company for 2 years. I had 2 different roles. My first year was in one role, hated it. I hated it from the minute I started. But I was like, I'll continue. Because I was like, I didn't think I had other options.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, well, what are you going to do? Find another job. And when I did quit, I was like, I don't want to find another job though. Like, I would rather like, I don't even know, than to like find another job. Like, I just don't want to work in that setting. Like, for sure I would have found a job that I liked. But like, it just wouldn't be the same as like this and like the flexibility and the lifestyle. But when it came to quitting, like I said, like cool job. I was in brand marketing. Like I was working with social media and we were doing like packaging design, like cool stuff that I liked.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't fully engaged. I always was thinking about Mad Batter, and I always wanted to just like, I had to get home to bake for orders, and like it took up a lot of time. I was kind of tired, but I wasn't necessarily burnt out. I just was like, it's a lot of work, but I was like, it's okay, whatever.
Were you always thinking like, imagine I put 100% into this, like what it could be? Like into Mad Batter, I mean.
I don't know if I always thought about it. I kind of just was like, it's just doing its thing, but I was like, oh, I want to grow the company, and like, it was kind of like static for a while. It was just like,
yeah, I feel like we have that thought. Sometimes we'll be like, I wonder like if we use the time that we use sometimes for work and did 100% to podcast, like what would happen?
Yeah. There's only so much you can also do at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you're almost like, wait, like, did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
That, like, but like you said, it's a journey, right? And like you need to like you don't know what you don't know. So like you'll find out as you go on. And sorry to interrupt you, but I want to say that like that feeling I resonate with so much. My first job, I felt that, where you want to quit so bad that you're like, I don't know if you actually cried, but I would cry sometimes. I'm like, I would rather work as a barista and just like and do stuff on the side than this. And you think that there's like no other way. And eventually you find it, whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's like finding a team or a job that you really end up liking. There is an out, but in that moment, you're like, I need to quit and just go fucking move away and just do something else.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
It's such like I don't know how to verbalize it, but I totally resonate with that feeling.
It's like you need to escape really badly. I even was almost gonna like go flee the country and just like go explore Europe for a bit.
Yeah, let me go to Costa Rica.
I was like, I gotta just go. I gotta go. I gotta leave. I gotta just get out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't do that. But yeah, when I came to quitting, like I had wanted to quit since the minute I started, but obviously I went for 2 years and like honestly good in some sense because I got money from it. Like I wouldn't have had that much money if I didn't.
And you also
work.
do learn like
Yeah, and I met friends. Like I wouldn't say it's good, but like the minute I left, I never looked back. Like I never was like I miss this. I was never like it's almost like what was I doing for those 2 years? It's almost like you were blacked out for 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm just
you were like in autopilot.
Yeah. And then during the time when I was gonna quit, I for sure was crying all the time. I was like, I want to quit. Everyone's like, okay, find a job. I was like, I don't want a job though.
And that's like the what's it called, like social norm. Like don't quit until you have a job lined up
that's
first.
Like the standard advice people say. You need like a safety net, or like just don't quit.
Yeah.
And sorry to interrupt with that again, but sorry, I always
story of my life.
Did your parents like?
Yeah.
Wait.
Sorry,
so let me stop.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Story.
And then I'll mention that. That's part of it. So then, I was really wanting to quit. And the thing is, it's funny is like life will show you what you need to do, I think, at certain times. Like I was talking to friends, I'm like, I hate my job. And I was like, I want to quit. And they're like, yeah, quit. And I was like, you can just say it like that. It's easy for you to say it. And like, I agree with you, but you know, kind of hard for me to do it when like my parents are freaking out about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, what I mean by like life will show you is that I wanted to quit and I was like, I need to change my situation because I'm so not happy.
Yeah.
And I just knew it wasn't resonating with like my purpose. I'm like, this isn't my purpose.
Yeah.
And what was happening basically at work was I was not fully engaged. Like I wasn't really the best employee, whatever. And things were happening where I was like, if things keep on going this way, honestly, I'm going to get fired. So either I'm going to move myself out of the situation or like life's going to move me out of the situation. Mm-hmm. So either
it was almost like you were doing it on purpose, right?
Kind of. It's almost like I had no choice. I don't even know. Yeah, like
low-key, probably not purposefully, but if you're not passionate about it, you're inevitably going to start like slipping through the cracks of things.
Yeah.
Right?
And like it was just getting to that point where I was like, okay, I got to change what's happening here because I'm just going to be, and it was either like now or never. Like if I don't do it now, I'm going to be in this till I'm like 35 and then I'm going to be so depressed.
Yeah.
And then I'm screwed. And then I have a family and I can't quit. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that.
I was thinking like 10 years ahead. Yeah.
I'm like, that can't be my life. Like, I tell everyone else go for it. I can't be a hypocrite.
The thing is too, like, not to be like woman versus man, but like as a woman too, you think more about that because you're like, if you're someone who wants to have kids down the line, you think about that. You're like, okay, but if I have kids in 10 years, I'm not going to be able to just quit and follow and start a business at that point. You probably can. I'm sure there's
I'm like,
I'm sure there's a lot of mothers out there who do that, but it's 10 times harder, I'd assume. Yeah. So you're like, if I can do it now, let me do it.
Yeah.
Right?
And then basically I was like, okay, I'm going to quit. My family was like, not a good idea. You need a plan. Even for Mad Batter. I'm like, I'm going to do Mad Batter. Like, but what's your plan? And I was like, that's not my vibe. Like, I don't really plan. You know, I'm just like spontaneous person. Like, I don't know. And I have ideas in like how to grow the business, but I didn't have like a plan written out. Mm-hmm. So they were like, you need to have a plan. And I was like, well, I got to just quit first. I just can't be here. I got to quit.
Yeah.
And then everyone at work was super supportive. Like, good for you. I respect it so much. Like, really, like, it's good for you. Friends were like, my other friends outside of work were like, yeah, you've been dying to do this. Like, good for you. And then it got to a point where my family saw how upset I was. Like, they were just like, mentally, you're not okay.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm not. Like, okay, then quit. It's almost like I was waiting for the permission, which I'm mad at myself about. Because I'm not that person. Like, I'm just like, I'm going to do what I want to do. But, like, it is harder. I live with them. Like, to hear them be like, you know, to think that I'm going to be like a generator. Like, I'm like, you know, messing up my life. Like, it was hard to like hear them not support it. And then finally, when they were on board, I was like, okay, it was a bit of a relief.
Yeah, like off your shoulders.
Do you come from a traditional family in the sense of like they went to school, had jobs, they expect you guys to go to school and have jobs and everything. So then that's also why they're just like not used to that.
And my brother has like a great job with the bank, and you know it's a 9 to 5, and he loves it, and he works so much, and he loves it though, and he's happy with it.
Yeah,
I'm like I'm a different person, so obviously it's fine that I don't, but yeah, I'm like that wasn't me. And then I quit, and I was like, okay.
How did you feel the day that you quit? Like after you're like I quit, were you like, what the fuck?
I had it in my calendar. I was like, quit day. And then I put it off. And I was like, okay, I can't keep on putting it off. Like, it's honestly inevitable at this point. Because if I don't, I literally will never.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. And then I had it in my calendar. And I was like, okay. And then my family was like, okay, it's okay. And they were like, not happy too much. But I was like, well, it's happening. Mm-hmm. And then I did it. And then my boss was shook. Everyone was shook. I was like, I don't know why you're that shook. Like, we knew it was coming to this, or you were gonna fire me. Like,
maybe they weren't. Maybe like that was your like perception of
well, they were sad, and I was like, we're all friends, kinda. Like, and I appreciate that they're not like, yay,
they're not like good. See you later. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I think they knew it was best for me, and it's also best for them to have someone who can put their all into the job too.
Yeah,
like,
true.
It's fair, but it felt great. I was excited, and then I had give my 2 weeks, and then.
And when was this again?
It was like beginning of November-ish.
Okay, so not too long ago.
No,
like,
it was pretty recent.
3 months, not even like a full 3 months.
Yeah,
right?
and it feels like it was like
wow. November seems like it was so long ago. It's not even 3 months ago.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Fuck.
And then basically from there, I was like, okay, we have some time, and I was gonna like go get like an Airbnb and like chill and like just like relax after like working so much and like doing both for a bit. But I was like, well, I'm gonna jump in to the company because it makes more sense for me to do that. And then after nothing happened right away. Like, the company was just doing its thing, and nothing was like crazy orders or anything. But I've always had like consistent, like it was like a good side income, and it was like busy sometimes not busy other times, just typical like
like during the seasons of
like, waves
when
of busyness.
People would need
and like even like weekly some stuff comes up, birthdays all the time, whatever. But then basically it was like, this is my series of fortunate events. So basically, it was like, I think 2 weeks after I quit, maybe 3, I don't know. And I was, I gave an influencer some Sammys, and like I do that sometimes. And
so you just like send it to them?
Yeah, I dropped it off, and then they posted a picture. And usually like it doesn't really do much for me, but like you never know. She posted it, whatever. And usually I'm like a hawk on these posts. I'm like, who's commenting? What's happening? The likes. Like I'm like looking, and I'm so excited and whatever. But she posted it, and I guess I just didn't really notice the comments. And Taste Toronto had commented.
Oh.
Yes.
I saw this, yeah.
So they had commented, didn't see it. Next day, I was literally having lunch with someone. I come to my car. I see Taste Toronto reposted your picture. I was freaking out.
That's
freaking
big.
out.
Yeah, that is big.
I'm going to frame it. It's huge. Like I didn't pay them. I didn't ask them. Nothing. I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
they
everyone
just decided
follows
to.
Taste Toronto. Like if you're from Toronto or you live in Toronto, you follow Taste
that's
Toronto.
Everyone.
food recommendations.
It's the go-to.
Or even if you don't follow, that's where you go to see. Like personally, that's where I go to see like what I want to eat.
What's new? What's good?
Yeah.
Like so that happened, and I was like, oh my god, free advertising on like the biggest platform.
Yeah.
And then I got like 100 followers from that, which is fantastic because like followers are not orders, but followers build your reputation and your followers. Like And then I ended up, so that was fantastic. That was the first thing. And then there's someone that I went to Shoe League with, and my brother kind of knew this guy, Hussein, on TikTok. And
oh, I've seen these videos.
Yes, the TikTok, the food reviews.
Yes.
Where you're in the back of the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're a bit chaotic, but they're funny. And he had like really honest.
That was funny because you're so like chill in the backseat. You're like, yeah, we're trying, or you listed the flavors or something, and he was like so hyped.
Yeah,
in the front
he's
seat.
like, I know, he's so chaotic. And then my dad and brother were there putting on this like mafia persona, and what it was the whole thing. And basically from that video, honestly, it did not go viral, but like it went semi-viral.
Yeah.
Like given the scope of the company and whatnot, like it got like 300,000 views in like a couple days. Like it blew up.
Yeah.
Like on like a subpar level, like it blew up. And from that I got like thousands of TikTok followers. And
shit.
I got like hundreds of Instagram followers and orders. Like I got orders. So I was like, yes, this is what I need, orders. Yeah. And it was already a busy week. And I was like, okay, make it busier.
You're like, oh my God.
It was crazy. Like I was like, it was like a 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to like 9 p.m. nights. Like he was all day.
You didn't care because you love doing it. That's the difference.
I was like on a high. And I was like, let's go. And it was like adrenaline, and like it was amazing. And like I was so busy, and I got so many orders, and everyone loved them too. Like it's one thing to just get orders. People were like, oh my God, they're so good.
Yeah. Do you get nervous when you get new customers? Like this could be just my like failure.
Process?
Yeah, like I'm like so bad with like being confident in what I do
yeah,
sometimes
like
if
that.
I'm not like
I'm like
trained
that.
for it.
Yeah.
So are you like or like you did it for them, but then you're like, are they gonna like it? Like is this person gonna like it? And then does it sometimes like derail your process of like what you're doing in the moment? Like let's say you just delivered an order to someone, are you thinking about did they like it the whole time you're making another order? Or are you like okay with compartmentalizing, like, you know what, I did my best, like I hope they like it, and then you need to move on?
it's once I like give it to someone, like I'll be like, hope you like it, and I'm like, I sound like I'm like their friend, being like, here's a gift, hope you like it. It's like, no, it's a company. Like I need to act like, I don't want to act like I think it's not great, because it is great. If you don't like it, that's fine. But like it's also like if you don't think it's the best thing ever, that's also fine. But like I enjoy and if they order again, I'm like, I know you liked it.
It's probably it's probably better to not be like, hope you liked it, but it's kind of like, let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. Let me
know your favorite, or like let me know. I try to like word it,
get constructive not criticism, but like just feedback from your customers. Yeah, like that's true.
Because I'm really bad with feedback because I die. I want feedback so badly. But like you need it too.
Yeah.
My family's just like, stop asking people. I'm like, but like I need to know what people think.
In order to grow, and also like for preferences. To kind of piggyback off your question, do you ever feel like you get imposter syndrome for like?
Yeah.
When you do it, you're like, wait, like. I don't know how to explain it. Like for me personally, when we're podcasting or we post a clip, I'll be like, wait, like, do people give a fuck?
I know.
Like, do people care about what we're thinking? Like, are we
and
actually
like, are we even qualified to talk about what we're qualified? Like, what we're talking about? Like,
do you feel like that way?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like I'm self-taught. I didn't go to school for it. A lot of bakers are self-taught, especially online, I think. But
that's another question I have actually. Once you're done, you're like, sorry.
No. But yeah, like definitely, like I'll make a cake and I'm like, okay, I could have done better. Or I'll be like, okay, well, someone else online did it better. I'm like, okay, but you can't compare because everyone's at different stages.
Yeah.
So I try not to compare, but definitely imposter syndrome. I'm just like, I've gotten better with it. Now I'm just like, it's more confidence when like the company's growing a lot. When you have like orders here and there, you're just like, okay, I don't know, it's fine. But like when you're growing at like a better speed, it helps me build the confidence.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely days when I don't get orders, or like even weeks where like they're not as busy. And I'm like, okay.
So that's kind of like where I want to shift to, and the question I want to ask is how do you navigate that? Like when there's no orders, or when there's like only a couple for the week, from the perspective of someone who had a salary job, like a paycheck is coming in every 2 weeks. Only if you feel comfortable talking about this. I know it was on the script, but like
no, don't worry.
Someone who had a steady paycheck every 2 weeks, and then Mad Batter was just like a supplement to that. So it's almost like you're making like extra money to not having like a consistent paycheck and it being like very up and down. Does it make you scared? Like, does it give you a sense of insecurity? And like, how do you see that long term? Do you think that you'd ever go back to a 9 to 5 if you could like do it differently or go somewhere else?
Personally,
sorry,
I don't care. I don't care about the money. Like, okay, I do care about the money, but not in the sense of like the paycheck's coming in. I'm like, there's money in my account. If the paycheck comes in, that's good. If it doesn't, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like it's more in the sense that like, yeah, it was cushiony with a 9 to 5 and you don't have to work as hard. Like I'm definitely working, like I'm working way more and making less currently. Not always. Like I have some months that are super busy and I make more than what I made monthly. And then some months that are like I make like half what I made or like maybe like a little bit less. But again, like knew that was going to happen going into this, and like to me way more fulfilling. And at the end of the day, it comes like when you get out of the corporate world or like you've been in it and then you see what it's like, you kind of have to balance like, do I value the money more or do I value my life and like what I'm doing? Like I don't like, I'm happy to come and bake and spend my time doing this because it's what I want to do. But I wasn't happy to get up and like work a job that was paying me so easily.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is like, some people be like, I would die for that. I'm like, yeah, you think I would too, but like I don't.
It doesn't fuel you. And I think for me, like if I'm being totally honest, what would scare me if I wanted to quit my job and like pursue a passion, because I have something in my mind that I want to do, but what would scare me is like, I don't know if you feel this way, it's like a lifestyle shift.
It is. I was going to mention this. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm a compulsive spender, and I spend it like I have money, like it's going to come in 2 weeks. Like let me spend it on clothes, let me spend on good dinners. And like one thing that it's self-discipline, honestly. Maybe it's just because I have like none and that's something I have to work on. But that'd be my main like concern. It's just like I have to train myself now that, you know, I can't be spending money like how I spend it with a job like that.
It is a lifestyle difference. That's the whole thing that in my mind I was like, okay, like just knowing this, I'm like, I have to spend a bit less. And I'm okay with that. I'm like, I have clothes and like
that's a thing.
I can buy a couple here and there. And like I was never, not that I didn't spend money. Like I definitely would spend money. And like when you go to a store, like clothes are expensive. Like I don't buy crappy stuff, whatever. But like even going out like downtown or a dinner, it's like you're okay, $100 easy, $200 gone. Yeah. Like stuff's expensive, but I don't know. I just, because you're busy working anyways, you're not spending money because you're working.
So true.
You're like, I'm doing the business. So you're like.
And you seem so sorry, I'm like scrolling through our script because I know I keep scrolling because I'm like, we're like going off rip, but like I just feel like you just seem like so happy when you talk about it. Like,
I know. It's so
cute.
Up,
and
actually.
So we got like a few questions too that I want to touch on because it's kind of like, can you do this? Can you quit, do this, and then like go back? You know, some people like ask or think about that. And I personally think that you can if that's what you want, but you never want to go into something thinking, okay, but if this fails, I'm going to do this, because then you're not really confident in your business.
Yeah.
However, at the same time, like if you have a degree, you have experience, there's always going to be work there. Like running your own business is also experience. It's not like you have a gap in your resume. So for people who are scared that like it's not going to work out, because like the truth of the matter is that is a possibility. You can always go back and you can find something that aligns with what you're doing too. You know what I mean? Like if someone wants to start like, I don't know, wants to do makeup instead of working a 9-to-5 corporate job in finance. You know what I mean? Like if at the end of the day their makeup career isn't working out for them, they can always go and like work for a makeup brand and do something there while still doing their makeup business on the side. So it's never like you can't never pivot. If that makes sense.
Two things for that one, because first of all, I think you will have to go into it being like delusionally happy. Like you can't be like maybe. You honestly do. And I've talked to other business owners, like where I stock my Sammys, Good Behavior, like the owner's there, like he's like, you kind of got to be crazy to go after something. I'm like, you do, because everyone's going to be like, that's crazy. And you're going to be like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it. Because it seems like it's easy to start a company and whatever, but like it's not. It's not easy. The way I did, yes, but like to get like a shop and like invest all this time and money, it's hard. Like that's hard and that's scary. But like you have to go into it ignoring the haters and being like, I'm gonna do it, and I'm so excited and I'm happy and I'm fueled by this excitement, and that's gonna like I think actually like. It's, it's all like the manifestation stuff. It's just about like, like it's going to actually make a difference. And the resume thing is like a big thing, because that was like my brother was like, well, what are you going to do if it doesn't work? And like when you have a company, you have like a million skills.
Yeah, I was going to say that. You're the accountant. Yeah. You're the customer service. You're the baker.
Inventory.
Yeah, marketing.
You're like everything. Yeah. So you have a lot of skills, but honestly, I am concerned that if down the line I ever do have to go into another job, I don't know if I would, or hopefully it'll work out.
It's going to work. Good. This isn't for you. This is for like other people who are just asking. But I see, like, I get what you mean. Like,
but the resume thing is scary, because you know what? Like, I don't know. Some people don't value it. And if they don't value it, I don't think it's the company for you. But
I'm telling you, there are so many like things you can do out there if like someone wants to start something that's watching and like you're like, what happens down the line? There's so many companies. Like you don't have to go back to corporate. There's agencies. There's other things you can do that give you more of that like flexible. You don't have to sit down at your office from 9 to 5 and like not move. You can like go and do things. And I think that's also what scares people, is like they feel like they could never go back. So I think that's why a lot of people don't start. But what you're saying about like just being a little bit delulu and jumping into it, I think that's why a lot of people don't, is because they're not, I don't want to say they're not brave enough, but like quitting like that and just like going in there, it takes a lot of, like I said before, balls. And like a lot of people just don't have that. And you also want to consider like, I guess, other circumstances. Like some people may not have the means to be able to do that up front too. But I think it comes down to like being brave.
Yeah. And thank you. Yeah. And I kind of agree, I guess. I wasn't scared. Like I was never scared. I was like, it's going to work out. It's going to be fine. And luckily, like the series of events that happened after like did put me in a better position. If I didn't have a TikTok, honestly, I'd probably be like struggling way more right now. But like it helped me bring in customers, and like I'm growing even on my own. Like I'm trying to do more reels. I'm trying to like actually grow. But like things are going well, but it's like quitting is like, it's the uncertainty. Like, you just don't know. Yeah. You don't know if you're going to succeed or you're going to fail, but, like, you have to just take the leap. Because if I didn't, I would have regretted it my whole life.
Oh, yeah. So 100%. True.
So it's like, and I would do the same thing for, like, my kids. I'd be like, just go do it. Do whatever you want to do. Just go try. And, like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Or, like, you get tired of it, don't do it. Like,
if you never try, you're
life is so fluid. We're just used to this, like, static, like, do this. And, like, but life is fluid. Like, life's a journey. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you know,
it's
like.
Not that serious. I don't know. I always say, like, I don't like to take life too seriously. And, like, people, like, might know, or, like, I don't know, people are like, what do you mean? You have to do this. And it's like, I actually don't, though. Like, if something doesn't work out, like, you'll be okay. Like, obviously, to certain, like, circumstances. But I agree with that, like, for sure.
Yeah.
I was going to say, let's do some quick fire.
Wait.
You have
before that, I have one last question.
Okay.
When it comes to Mad Batter, and kind of just, not really specifically Mad Batter, but actually, in your case, yes. What is the most what has been the most challenging part?
Yes.
Like what aspect of the business? Like whether it's acquiring customers, is it like fulfilling orders? Is it learning new skills because people are requesting certain things? Like, or is it a mental thing? Like what has been the most difficult part, I guess, physically and mentally, if that makes sense?
That's a good question.
Sorry, again, I'm just like fucking whipping random questions out.
Physically and mentally. I think mentally, I would say like it can be lonely because like no one understands it besides you. Like you're in it. And like I'm baking alone. I have my music. I don't have podcasts because I have no room in my phone. So I don't have any podcast channels anymore. I have all my storage is cake photos. So like
that's funny.
But music, so it's fine. Like it's fun. And I imagine like when I have a shop, like it's so fun to come in and like, you know, have my music playing and have employees and like it'll be a fun environment to work in.
Yeah.
But yeah, mentally it can be a little bit lonely. And I'd say also just like trying not to like freak out when you have weeks that aren't busy. Because like end of the day, like even like this week, I wasn't that busy, but I did some prep. I'm just taking it easy. Like it's okay. I'm living like my life a little bit more. Like I'm relaxing.
Yeah.
But then like I know I'll make up the money in like the next week anyways if I have more orders. Like so like, but I think it's mentally it's loneliness and just like being even keel. Like if it's a not busy week, don't freak out. If it's a super busy week, don't get too excited because it might not stay that way.
Yeah.
And just being like, it is what it is. Go with the flow, basically.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good piece of advice.
Because it can be tricky. And then you said physically?
Yeah, like physically meaning like the actual tangible things you do. Like is it accounting? Like actually baking the cake sometimes? Like
yeah. But as an accountant, so he helps me. And I like keep track of all
good.
like.
Oh my god, that's clutch.
Yeah, that is clutch.
Holy shit.
I think like physically, I'm on my feet a lot, but I don't mind it. I get tired, but it's almost like it's good tired. It's like fulfilling, and I'm like, I'll sleep so good tonight.
Yeah.
But I think it's the skill. Like when it comes to cakes and stuff, like it honestly is a skill. Like I think I've learned a lot and like I've gotten better over time and like tried to sharpen the skill, but like people are like, you're so talented. I'm like, I appreciate it, but I'm not that talented. Like I've learned the skill. So like I appreciate it, but like not what I think about myself. But it's like there's a lot of things I think I don't know. Like I'm trying to invest more time and money into courses. Like I did one cake class and I'm like, I learned so much. I was like, wow, I didn't know any of this. And they all use like Instagram or social media to learn skills, but like I want to invest more into the classes. So like I'm actually putting out like the best product and like just being more efficient. Like I take a long time. I'm very slow when I do stuff.
Okay, though. Like it is what it is. If that's like your process, that's your process. But eventually you'll.
Yeah. And even consistency. Like sometimes I'm like, why did this go wrong? Like I've made this icing a million times. Why did it go wrong? And I'm like, okay. And I need to like write things down a bit more and like be more organized. But like, I think, just different skills. I think learning like, different skills when it comes to cakes and stuff.
Interesting. Okay.
And that's like imposter syndrome kind of vibes too. When
Yeah.
you're like, okay, like, am I doing it right?
Well, also I was going to say like, and then eventually, I don't know if this is your vision down the line, but you could be teaching people what you know. And like,
that's also might be happening soon.
Oh.
Which is so funny because that was another part of the series of fortunate events too.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because
it's
that's
like a
like
thing.
you're self-taught, but I feel like self-taught people have the most amount of wisdom because like you were learning literally by trial and error. If you're like, I mean, you obviously have failures if you like are formally educated too, but I feel like even more so when you're self-taught, like a makeup artist, like they fail a bunch of times before they learn the right way to do things. And I feel like that's like ingrained even more in your head when you do it that way, you know?
Yeah.
So that's
it's also,
cool.
that's where the imposter syndrome comes in heavy. Because I'm
Teaching
like,
other
I
people?
fail. Yeah. Because I'm like making mistakes all the time and then you want me to teach someone else?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
I would not be able to make one of those though. So you teaching
These are easy. The cakes are hard.
I would not be able to make it.
To me, that's
so
hard too. I'm
fucking
like,
bad at it.
Really?
I
You know what's
can't bake.
weird? Sorry, this is off topic, but lately I've been having like a craving to like bake.
For Sammy's?
That too, 100%. She brought them home. I don't know when it was, and I tried them. Like I went like to my mom's house and tried them, and they were really good.
Did you like the cake that you had?
That was
I feel like you hated it.
No, what the fuck? I told you I liked it.
Yeah, but I just was like, she didn't reply you didn't reply for a while, and I was like, I don't know.
Sorry, I'm so bad.
No,
No, I'm
and then
so bad
you
with
were
my
just like,
phone.
it was good. I was like,
it was really good.
Oh my
she
God,
hated
I'm
it. Like she hated it. I'm like,
Sam, you're rude.
I'm not.
no, she no.
I'm kidding.
I'm
It
so
was
bad
really
with
good,
my
just
phone.
like
I'm
we
like,
had it. It
I'm
was
like
really
really
good.
bad with my phone,
Okay,
like
good.
being enthusiastic wise. But it was so good.
Okay, good.
I don't think like my boyfriend. Like I feel like
Like appreciates the cake.
like he loved the flavor, but like I was like, design it like this, and I thought it would look so nice.
Yeah,
and
it was cute.
he loved the flavor because we go to D Spot sometimes, like the dessert place, and we get like Biscoff cookie
I love Biscoff.
blizzards or whatever. And he was like, I really like this. I was like, oh, I know someone who makes a good Biscoff cake. That's why I messaged you. No, but it was so good. I'm sorry, I'm like not enthusiastic. On text.
That's my problem too. Like customers would be like, it was good. I'm like, they hated it.
You know, you read too much into it.
Oh my
They're
God.
never coming back. But it's not true. Everyone's not gonna react the way I would. I'm just very like.
And I've ordered like we ordered
you guys
the
ordered a
Biscoff
lot.
cake before. That's why I knew it was good, and my mom liked it, and Roman's parents also had it, and they liked it. Like it was so fucking
Fun
good.
fact too, when I
So-
first started dating Francie in 2022, I think. Whatever, before like he asked me out officially, I got red velvet Sammy's.
Yeah, I remember that Valentine's Day.
And I brought it over and he's like, what the fuck? These are so good. Now it's like our tradition every Valentine's. So last Valentine's Day and then this one I'm going to get red velvet.
That is so cute. And I have heart-shaped ones.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Can't order these. I think I got those actually last time.
No, I have them.
Are they
before.
new?
They're new.
Okay, so this
new.
Valentine's Day I'll order those ones.
That is
we
so
we have it with
sweet.
like our dinner now all the time. So that's a little fun fact.
See, like, look at that. That's like
You created a tradition.
I was like packaging Sammy's today, and I was like, I was like, I love it. I'm so happy. I'm like,
oh,
Well, 'cause you never know like what people are doing. Like I
It's
don't
so
know. It's just
meaningful.
like it's like an
Yeah.
experience for people. Like again,
Yeah.
it's our tradition now. Like every Valentine's Day, it's also like our anniversary. So we have.
oh, cute.
know, the
That's so
Sammy's.
cute.
Okay, so let's do a little quick rapid question, a deeper delve into the creativity of Mad Batter.
okay. So these
Here's
are
some
gonna
questions.
be rapid fire, like just
Like quick.
quick.
Not that quick. Like
Well, not like
slow.
not like
blah, blah,
blah,
blah.
but
yeah.
Okay.
Just,
okay. What's your favorite thing to create or make?
Sammy's.
Why?
They're just fun and easy,
Okay.
and they taste so good.
and you can probably you can make like a big batch at once, probably.
Kinda. They're just easy. Like cupcakes are just like more time consuming and like steps. This is just like easy, and like because I know they're so good, I'm like yes. Sammy's.
Also, sorry, this is not a question. It's off the top of my head. How do you come up with the flavors? Do you just kind of like brainstorm?
Yeah. Like some of your flavors are like that's creative. Like where'd you
Yeah.
come up with that? Yeah.
Some of them, I feel like I've like gone off like not as creative anymore. I need to get back into it, but from the beginning, I know they are like they're cool. Like the first one ever was cinnamon Nutella churro, which is like
Oh my God.
Mad Batter trademarked, like OG from us. Like I created it.
Did you trademark that for real?
No, I should.
Should do that.
And that one's wicked. I have a cupcake of it, and I have the Sammy. And I like that one was because I had a cookie, like a snickerdoodle cookie, and I was like, I love Nutella, and I was like, I got to put Nutella on it, and I had it together, and I was like, this is so good, and I was like, I'm gonna make it into a flavor. And the way I came up with it was like Nutella ganache, which I had never even made. I just like decided to make it, and then I put Nutella in the middle, and it's just like so good. You guys didn't get that. You guys didn't want
I
that
don't think
one.
I've tried that.
No, I don't think you have.
I just start like expanding my horizon with the flavors.
Did you pick these flavors?
I always gear towards the red velvet and then the Biscoff.
And Oreo. The Oreo one's really popular too. Now.
And I got the sprinkle one, which was so really fucking good. Okay, next. What is one flavor or idea that you had that turned out to be a failure?
I did DIY boxes during COVID when I first launched. And I didn't have a lot of like consistent customers, just like here and there or whatever. Now I have more followers, but I did DIY boxes for cupcakes. I thought it was like, the best thing ever. I'm like, this is so good, so smart. Not one order.
Sorry, so what's DIY? What
Oh,
was,
like people you give them the stuff and they make their own cupcakes.
Like I made the cupcakes for them. I had like a piping
That's
bag.
a good idea for COVID too.
It
'cause,
was
like
so
it's like an
good.
activity.
No one knew about it. Like I just think I wasn't
You
big
should
enough
try
to
that
get people
again.
like
you should try that again.
I'm
with more
traumatized from the
followers.
first fail. Like I don't know if I'll get like, and it's a lot of work, and I have to invest. I don't mind investing the money into like supplies.
Yeah, but if no one's
But-
You know what we should eventually do? Sorry, I have ideas for you.
Yeah, everyone loves to tell me ideas. I love it. Yeah, tell me.
You should like if you ever launch it again, you should like do a video of you like
Yeah.
doing it and then put it like watch this YouTube video to like follow along. If you
Yeah.
do, like a cute date night like little.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
that's a good
Okay,
idea.
and then which one that turned out to be a hit? I think is it the Nutella?
I would say
Churro one?
cinnamon Nutella churro. Yeah,
Yeah.
some people are like that's weird. I don't know. It's like the cinnamon. I'm like no.
Just
You need to
wait.
try it. It's like a churro for real. Like it tastes so good.
Yeah. Okay, and then fine. Oh, I guess
Where,
is
yeah,
baking. Yeah, something
share
that
the
you went
answer
to
to this.
school for or had.
No,
any,
yeah.
Did you have prior interest in it though? Like you like
Honestly, not really.
You just randomly one day where you just like
bake a cake?
I had made like for my communion or confirmation.
Oh,
I was like, I'm
gonna
gonna
say.
make all this stuff. Yeah, imagine 8 years old. But like I just made a bunch of stuff, and that was like the first time I like actually baked. And then from there, I didn't bake for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it was during COVID where I literally was like, I want to just like make cakes because I've always admired cakes a lot. Like I was like I just was like, whoa, look how nice it is. To me, it was like art. I was like, oh my god, look at that cake. I always wanted cool cake designs.
Yeah.
My parents were like, we're not paying that for a cake.
Yeah.
So I never got them, and I would just like look at them online. Like I just always consumed, I guess, the content. I always admired it. Even Cake Boss whatever. But
Cake boss.
I love it. I have a hoodie. I have a mug. I'm like, oh.
He's the best, buddy.
And then during COVID, I ordered on Amazon like a cake decorating kit. My mom was like, "Who's gonna eat the cake that you make?" I was like,
You guys.
no, they're too healthy. She would, and I would. But I'm like, it's a good point though. We can't eat that much cake. And then I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I should start a company. Like I was just like, and to me, it meant nothing at the time.
Yeah.
It was university. We were doing school from home. It was COVID. I was like, I'm just gonna do this because then I can bake, which I want to do, and I can eat some stuff and whatever. And I came up with the flavors, and from there, like I just did trial and error with the flavors, and then I just was like, I want to do cakes too. And that was like, cakes were harder.
Yeah.
But like, literally, I was like, I just, to me, wanted to create something. And like, the process is what I'm obsessed with. Like, I don't really love baking. It's super labor intensive, but like, the process of like, seeing it come together, especially with cakes, is really fulfilling. Because that's like it's like a labor of love.
So you don't like actually like stirring the ingredients together, but like more so like the decorating and the...
Yeah. Just like more the artistic side of things.
Yeah, the creative part. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the creative side of like the marketing and like the logos and like the
the
that kind of
branding.
stuff. Yeah, like photo shoots, like stuff that I would want to do in a job.
Yeah.
And like
But
instead
now
of
you get
doing
to do it for
here.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have a quick ending segment because it's gonna come out around Valentine's Day, which, like you said, perfect for Valentine's Day is ordering your heart-shaped Sammys.
Yes. So cute.
Okay, so on the note of Valentine's Day, we're gonna do a rapid fire this or that. And
we used to do this or that all the time.
Yeah, we used to do it all the time. And we'll both answer. So this or that, chocolates or flowers?
Chocolates.
Chocolates.
I think flowers for me.
Really?
I
That's
don't know.
a weird-
I've been
it's a
like
weird
liking.
vibe.
Why is it a weird vibe? I love roses. I think it's like romantic gesture. I don't know.
Yeah. Roses are cute.
Romantic dinner or a night in?
Night in.
I think it depends on like the stage of the relationship, I would
That's
say.
true. That's true.
But I think romantic dinner.
I'd
Okay, I
say
don't know.
romantic dinner too because like you don't always do that.
Yeah.
Maybe some people always do it. I don't know, but yeah, just the vibes are right.
Yeah,
on the
it's like
day, you know what I
it's like
mean?
a candle.
Yeah.
The waiters there, you socialize a little bit.
Yeah, you have a little
that's
like
actually
wine. Yeah. Valentine's Day cards. Oh, did you put this?
Somewhere away. Or love letters.
What's the difference?
It's like a handwritten letter versus like.
Does anyone write love letters?
Yeah, I've never gotten a love letter before. Actually, maybe I have.
Actually, fun fact. This is actually probably I should be saying this on the podcast. When my boyfriend had a really big fight, he wrote me a letter, but it wasn't a love letter.
Was it a hate letter?
No, it was just like
you,
a sad letter. But like I
That's cute of
appreciate it
him to
more
do.
actually because it's like your
Yeah.
feelings on paper. So I like love letters.
That's cute of him to do. I'd rather him just like say it to me,
Yeah.
like in person.
I'd say love letters, but I'd say you're right. It's hard to verbalize stuff.
Yeah,
That's
it's
true.
Like,
Some
your
people
feelings are on
prefer
paper.
writing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Homemade gift or store-bought gift?
Store bought.
I'm okay with either.
Oh.
Just don't be like sucky. Just don't be like a sucky.
We're like store-bought.
No, but homemade gift. Actually, that's a homemade. Never mind.
Give me
If it's-
dinner. Dinner's
Okay, yeah.
no. Okay.
No, that's something that I can keep. Like, what are you really gonna make that's a homemade gift
That's what
anyway?
I mean.
Maybe like a cute jewelry box or something.
You know what? My friend actually just got me like a little book of Mad Batter with like milestones. I'd say that's like
Oh,
homemade.
that is so
That is.
cute.
Kinda. That's like that was fantastic.
Or like
That
a
is
picture with a
yeah,
pic-
it was the sweetest thing
a
ever.
picture frame with a picture that means a lot to you.
True.
That's cute.
That's like true.
That's
true.
really
Or like those vacation books where like you put your like digital like photos in like a book to, like for like an album.
Yeah.
That's cute too.
That's really sweet.
Okay, the last one. Rom-com or a comedy?
Rom-com.
Rom-com. Which, rom-com is rom-comedy.
I know,
Yeah.
but I don't like. I'm like really picky with my rom coms. Like I don't
know,
like
I'll
certain
watch-
actresses.
I will
don't-
watch every cheesy fucking rom-com there ever was.
Yeah, I love rom-coms.
I don't like Anne Hathaway and Katherine Heigl. I say it all the time. Something about those two like ladies just piss me off.
They make good movies though.
Yeah, they make good rom-coms. Like The Ugly Truth. What else is there?
27 Dresses.
27 Dresses.
Katherine Heigl's just the same.
Yeah, but that's why
Same
people like.
role in like every movie. It just kind of turns me off.
All right.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyways,
we're gonna try some samples
Yeah.
for sure. But before we do that, any closing advice for anybody out there who is struggling with either finding what their passion is because they want to start a business or they have their passion and they're just scared to start the business?
I think it's tough because it depends on like your life stage too. But I would say like just believe in yourself. that goes a long way. And everyone's timeline of success is different. So there's people out there that I'll compare myself to and be like, okay, well, they're doing better and they started later than I did. And I'm like, why not me? And I think
do that a lot.
Yeah, but I think it's like, it's not why not me. It's just why not now? And it's not like it won't ever be you. It's just like everyone has a different journey. And it might be you, but the journey's going to look different too. So I think it's just like, don't compare too much. Like, just let the journey unravel. And also like honestly be like wholeheartedly, utterly obsessed and excited about what you're about to do. And just learn from any failures and just like don't give up. I just think don't give up, because if like I could have given up, I could have stopped and I could have just ended it after COVID, but like thankfully I didn't.
Keep going. Yeah.
And there's still so much to go, but like you just don't give up. Like just push through.
Love that.
Love that. Alrighty, well, let's try some Sammys. I literally been waiting all fucking day for this.
Okay.
Thank you so much again for bringing these.
That's really nice of you. Okay, so let's talk about what's in here.
Okay, yeah, which one?
Some flavors.
Yeah, that's what you got. Biscoff, Oreo, Red Velvet.
Okay.
I take an Oreo.
So
I'm getting Red Velvet.
wait,
Sorry.
no, we're sharing all of them.
So that one is Oreo. I call it Oreo Baby. So it's an Oreo cookie with white chocolate chips and Oreo pieces. And then in the middle is a cream cheese icing with Oreo crumbs. And then in the middle is also Oreo pieces. And then rimmed around is Oreo crumbs.
Thank you. Mouth is
I don't even want all that.
I'm
That's
scared.
a lot. You're scared?
My mouth is watering.
Oh.
So I'm like,
Okay.
salvaging. Cheers.
Oh, this is such a good temperature. Cheers.
Cheers. Dude, that's good.
Oh my god.
Look, she's like,
Everybody's
She's
a good
testing it.
batch.
She's like,
Yeah.
oh, this
that's
is so
unreal,
good.
Jess.
Right?
Wait, that might be my
So-
new favorite.
So
Yeah.
you make the cookies and then you make the inside as well, obviously.
That's why people think like sometimes they think like it's expensive or it's like whatever. I'm like, but it's not just a cookie. Like the cookies are not crazy. It's together. Everything together is like over the top.
That was unreal.
Really?
Next.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Let me like savor this taste.
Or
10 out of 10. Very good. Okay. So next we have Biscoff. So we'll let Jess explain what this exactly is.
Okay, so it's a Biscoff cookie with white chocolate chips. And like Biscoff spread is in the cookie. That's what makes it Biscoff. Then inside is just like a buttercream, but with Biscoff. And then we have Biscoff crumbs. Take a shot every time I say Biscoff. Biscoff crumbs on the outside. And then on top it's just like a Lotus cookie. So it's just tons of Biscoff.
Okay. Wow.
I love having the Sammys. Like I love being like, do you want some? I'm like, yeah, I really do.
When you got them that one time, I tried one with blue icing. I don't know what that one was. It was blue.
The sprinkles on it, right?
Yeah, it was blue.
Cake batter, I think it was, or
Oh, maybe one time I did the funfetti.
Yeah, that's what it was.
funfetti.
Okay, cheers. I'm so excited.
This one's pretty good.
Oh my god.
That's good.
She kills me when she eats. Wow. Honestly, my recommendation is
Wow.
get a bunch of them because like you can have a little bit of like every flavor.
Yeah.
And
We
then
have
go back
6
to
flavors. So you get a box of 6, you try each of them, and you save it.
So what 6 do you have?
So we have Biscoff, Oreo, peanut butter. Peanut butter is to die for. Cinnamon Nutella churro, chocolate birthday party,
Ooh, that sounds good.
red velvet. I think that's it. Is it all of them? I think that's it.
This one's my personal favorite. It's a red velvet. So, Jess, can you explain?
Yeah. So this one is really popular. It's a nice, chewy red velvet cookie with white chocolate chips. The inside is a cream cheese icing, and then it's rimmed with sprinkles.
Oh my god.
So like simple, a classic, but like really, really good.
Oh,
and perfect for Valentine's Day. Like,
Yeah.
literally.
So this
perfect.
comes in heart shape for
Yeah.
Valentine's.
So for Valentine's Day, it's like a little bit smaller and it's a heart shape, which is super, super cute. Like,
So you don't want any of this one?
No, it's okay.
Oh my god.
you.
This is unmatched. This is my favorite.
They're
Red
all
velvet.
10 out of 10, but let's rate flavors.
Red velvet. Oreo Biscoff.
Red velvet Oreo biscuit. Okay.
I do Biscoff, Oreo, red velvet.
Yeah, you love Biscoff. Yeah, that's fair.
But I can't. Like, that was so fucking good. And it was, like, a lot of Biscoff on it, but it didn't seem, like, overpowering.
It's not overpowering, no.
It was just so good and, like, smooth.
I think the more Biscoff, the better. Sometimes when I'm making, like, the icing, I'm like, it's not Biscoff
More Biscoff.
Yeah.
But it's not too much. Like, it's good.
It's really good. Yeah. Peanut butter, I really recommend. It's, like, to die for.
I had that one.
Peanut butter?
I like that one.
Yeah, I love that one.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you that was amazing. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Can you, like, plug where people can find you, where people can order?
So you can order from us on madbattercuppies.ca. So it's Mad Batter, which is, and then cuppys.ca. All ordering is done through there. Or you can just DM us and we can chat and you can order with us personally. And for Valentine's Day, we have a brownie box. We have mini heart cakes. Sorry, they're not hearts, but they're mini cakes. And we have the heart-shaped brownies. So super cute. And our Instagram is at Mad Batter Cupcakes too.
Amazing.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I honestly think that story is very inspirational. And I think you should share it more. Like, I think people would, like, really resonate with it. But that's why we're glad that we had you on. We'll make a little clip-its.
And people love a good quit story. Like, it literally, like, it pushes them to just do it if they want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I'm hesitant to, like, talk about it. I don't think anyone on Mad Batter knows, like, the background either.
Yeah.
But I try not to focus it on me. I try to focus on just the products.
On the fucking specialties. Yeah. No, 100%. Okay.
All right, guys. Well,
see you next time.
Check out Mad Batter, and we'll see you next episode.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.